But we begin our report with a 6-count federal indictment of the suspected leaker of Pentagon documents. 21-year-old Jack Teixeira is accused of posting dozens of intelligence reports on a gaming platform. Some included information about the war in Ukraine. The Massachusetts Air National Guardsman was arrested in April, and we will have more on that in just a moment. But first, a cybersecurity concern that is ongoing. U.S. government officials say there has been an attack on federal agencies, hospitals, and schools. CBS News senior investigative correspondent Catherine Herridge has the details.
Tonight, senior government officials are racing to limit the impact of what one cyber expert is calling potentially the largest theft and extortion event in recent history. American targets include multiple federal agencies, including the Department of Energy, plus Johns Hopkins affiliated hospitals in Maryland and Florida, Georgia's statewide university system, and the Minnesota Department of Education. British Airways was also hit. The hackers are part of the cyber criminal gang called CLOP, believed to operate from inside Russia.
They've started releasing some of the data that was stolen as part of their work to extort these companies. We strongly encourage anyone who is a user of this software to, of course, patch, lock down their systems.
The cyber criminals are exploiting a software program called Move It, which companies and government agencies use to transfer data, including personal information. The group steals the data, and in this message believed to be from the hackers, warns that if a ransom is not paid, after 7 days, all your data will start to be published, sometimes on the dark web. Cyber expert Brent Callow says foreign adversaries and criminals will be looking to leverage the data.
Overseas governments will no doubt be very interested in obtaining the information that CLOP obtained through these attacks.
And Catherine joins us now. Catherine, what do we know about the data that might have been obtained by these hackers?
Well, generally speaking, John, these hackers are looking for data that has a lot of personal information in it based on the entities we've confirmed have been targeted. A lot of them are healthcare systems, educational systems, where you have sort of your individual history, you know, where you've lived, and also a lot of your personal information, even social security numbers, date of birth, phone number, everything you would need to create that identity and then extort you.
And you mentioned in the piece there's a 7-day. So is the idea here that maybe in 7 days this stuff possibly, or some number of days shorter, goes public?
Yep. That's right. So what makes this particular attack stand out, according to former intelligence officials we've spoken to, is that there's kind of like a 2 bites of the apple here. They're trying to get money for decrypting the data, so unscrambling it so people can still use it, and then they want a second payment to stop it from being released publicly onto the dark web. So they're really trying to monetize the data that they have stolen.
Wow. Okay. And let me also ask you about Jack Teixeira, which was the previous issue of cyber crime that we were concerned with, been indicted for unlawful retention of classified and national defense information, and he's been indicted under the Espionage Act. We heard about a lot of that with respect to former President Trump. What more can you tell us about?
That's right.
What more can you tell us about that? And is there an overlap between those 2 cases?
Right. As soon as I heard that there were 6 counts from this grand jury, John, for this Massachusetts Air National Guardsman, and one of them is 18 U.S.C. 793E, it really kind of seemed very familiar. So I went back to my well-used and well-loved Trump indictment, and what I found is that that is the first charge in that indictment, and it simply means the unlawful retention and transmission of national defense information. In Jack Teixeira's case, what's alleged in the indictment is that he released and posted this information to a social media platform, kind of a gaming platform, to brag to people, but it was some of it top secret information about the status of the Ukraine and Russia conflict, but even more significantly, attack plans against U.S. forces overseas, John.
CBS News senior investigative correspondent Catherine Herridge in Washington. Thank you, Catherine.